Hi everyone, this is Lisa Hendricks from parkbench.com, and today I've got the great pleasure of sitting with Samantha Dobsch. She's a chiropractor at Dobsch Chiropractic and Family Wellness. Pleasure to meet you.
You too, Lisa. Thanks for coming.
Yes, anytime. They're located at 1190 on Jefferson here in Washington, so you can come down and see Samantha anytime, make an appointment, or yeah, that would be good. So what I'd like to know about, I know you're a Washington girl. Can you tell us a bit about yourself, your background, how you got to this profession?
Yes. I grew up in Augusta. I was born and raised in Washington, went to St. Vincent's and Ditso, and then Borgia High School where I graduated in 2010. And then from there I went on to Mizzou. I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do when I went to college, but I ended up pursuing a bachelor's degree in health science, just a basic bachelor's that allowed me to move forward into more education if I wanted to. Then I thought about physical therapy and applied, but while I was in the process of applying to schools for that, I went to a lunch and learn that the school hosted for Cleveland Chiropractic College in Overland Park, and I really liked what they had to say about it. So then I found out that there was one in Chesterfield, Logan University, and that's where I ended up doing my Doctor of Chiropractic degree, my grad school and continuing education. And now I've been back home practicing for almost 2 years already, which is insane. But so that's kind of, I have all my families here. When it came down to choosing where to practice, it was like, do I vacation home to visit, or do I live at home and then go on vacation? But it really is nice to be back in the community. I've always been a huge fan of everything Washington, so I've gotten involved in that now, and now I get to practice here and in Marthasville, so it's been very nice.
So you've got 2 locations.
I do.
Okay.
I am in Marthasville on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then I'm here Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays.
Okay.
Just because it worked out that way.
Yeah.
When I got out of school, I had the pleasure of shadowing Dr. Al Fisher, who owns Fisher Chiropractic, and he had told me that there was a place for me when I graduated if I wanted to. And he's super busy, so then I sought out an additional space because 2 to 3 days a week wasn't enough for me to think about building a big practice. So that's why I do that.
Okay. Can you tell us a bit about what you do? What do you do on a day-to-day basis?
Okay. Day-to-day basis, I see patients that I've seen for a long time and new patients that present with low back pain, neck pain, headaches. I've seen babies as young as 5 months old, or I guess 4 weeks old, and then all the way up until like the 80s and 90s. So I take patients on of any age, any background, whatever, and what I do is a little quick health history, and then we go into their chief complaint, which, like I said, could be low back pain, neck pain, tingling, sciatica, and we do a brief physical exam, and then we do more in-depth orthopedic tests to see what's going on. And from there I discuss what's going on to the patient so that they fully understand what we're going to do, and then we get down to the actual chiropractic adjustment. And the point of a chiropractic adjustment is to remove interference from the nervous system. Everybody thinks back and like popping and cracking, which is not wrong, but is not the actual philosophy behind it. I look to see and make sure that all of the joints in the body and the spine are moving the way that they should, so that your nervous system is free from any interference. Mostly musculoskeletal based. We look at your strength, any motor deficiencies, things like that, sensation with like the tingling or the neuropathies, and kind of go from there. And every patient's treatment plan is completely different, because everybody's different. So I could easily adjust somebody with the diversified pop cracking technique, or I might have to be a little more hands-off and a lot softer, just because you don't need to re-aggravate things that are only going to get worse. We do use therapeutic modalities like electric stims or your TENS unit, some therapeutic ultrasound, decompression for the low back, traction for your neck, and just there's lots of tools in my toolbox that I can use to get the end goal that we hope to achieve.
So one of the things that you focus on in your practice is wellness,
Yes.
along with the chiropractic. What are you looking at there?
The biggest thing with wellness is getting people introduced into chiropractic care at younger ages or before you have a severe problem, because we can achieve a higher quality of life for you if we're just making sure everything works well, like a basic scan to see that everything is, that you can have full range of motion in your neck and your low back and not have any limited things, and that your muscle balance isn't all right-sided if you're right-sided or left-sided for left-handers, or just, if you would work at a desk job and you're bent over, I do a lot of postural analysis and correcting and, kind of promote ergonomics of a business space, because you do work 8 to 10 hours a day, and that takes a toll on your body if you're not doing it properly. And so it's just more or less taking care of yourself before you get to a problem. The biggest example I use for that is like rotating your tires. If you don't ever do it, you're gonna blow one out or have a problem down the road because they were uneven and you just kind of wore away that one spot. So the wellness aspect is to just better yourself and keep it from becoming a problem.
Nice. So you mentioned you're a Washington girl, Samantha. So you're involved in the community.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Well, owning your own business requires, some networking, but I love it. I have absolutely no problem talking to strangers on the street. But when I moved back to home, I couldn't wait to get involved in the community. So I'm part of the Washington JCs, which is a young professional civic group, and we do multiple things around town. We're the ones that got the All Abilities Park out by Lions Lake built and completed, and it's now enjoyed by lots of
That's
kids.
fantastic.
And it was, this year it won Reader's Choice Award for Best Park, which was awesome. I also am a member of the Washington Chamber, and I participate in their events. I helped out with the Washington Volunteer Fair Board because I live for the fair. I love the fair. I go every day. And then I like to be out in the community and help build it, because there are lots of cliques, and if you weren't born here, you don't always, fit in right away, but there are lots of opportunities to get involved. And what I'm more passionate about is getting more younger kids involved, because I'm part of the Marthasville Chamber as well, and there's a big age gap where you've got the people that have been there forever, so they get to do everything, versus the people that are like kids that are missing the opportunity to get involved. And it's so rewarding to volunteer and see all these people come out to events. I help with downtown Washington stuff as well, and it makes me happy to see people enjoying events in a town like Washington, because you can tell people from St. Louis what it is and it seems like it's forever away, but once they're here, they're like, oh wow, I didn't realize that it was so grown up and that you had so many things around. So I love it. I hope that we continue to get people to, kind of fall in love with the place or want to get further involved and continue to keep the organizations going, because if there's no one coming in, then eventually those things die out. Right. So getting more young professionals and high school kids and everything excited about the community is why I do it. Just because it's possible and it doesn't take a lot of time, and I find that it's extremely rewarding.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Okay.
Okay, you love Washington. In one sentence or phrase, tell us what you love about it the most.
I have no, I don't have a problem finding words, so one sentence is gonna be hard. I love that we still boast such a small town feel while trying to keep up with the modernization and growing our population, but sticking to the roots a little bit and
Yes.
respecting the history of the town that like got it to where it is today.
Very nice. Good job. Good job. Well, thank you so much for letting me interview you, and success in your business
Thank you.
and in the community as well.
Thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Thanks, guys.